Well, good afternoon, Pipers. This is the bass piper Wade. It's about 1:45 here on Monday afternoon in Smithfield, Virginia. And hey, before I get started with this video, I just want to let you know what I'm smoking here. I got my Vowin, or Fowlin, however y'all want to pronounce it. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Little Ben Apple type of pipe, and in it I have got Wilkie's Sabrog 71st Street. And I started trying this tobacco, this aromatic, off of the recommendation of Johnny. Onion, 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. Oh, I guess maybe now Johnny did a review on this about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years. He was still out in California. And Johnny, if you see this video, I want you to do another video on this tobacco and let me know, or let the other pipers know, if you still enjoy this as you did when you first reviewed it. My tobacco is a little moist, so it's going to keep going out on me, guys. Here we go. But what he said about this tobacco, he mentioned that it basically smelled just like, it tasted just like it smelled. Almost like a Mrs. Field cookie shop. I got caramel popcorn. And I'm going to tell you, it is amazing. This tobacco, if you ever try any from Wilkie's, you will be smelling it from the time you open up your mailbox while it's in the sealed shipping package. And when you take the plastic bag out, however many ounces you get, you will still, it'll fill up your room. I emptied mine out, put it in a mason jar, so I could seal it and that type of thing. Just laid the bag on my desk, came back a half hour, and the whole room was smelling like caramel popcorn and cookie combination type thing. I mean, it's a great room note aroma. But it smokes well. It like most aromatics, a lot of them, you just got to give it some drying time, and I didn't do that before I made this video. But I just want to get on here just a few minutes and let everybody know. I think I let everybody know the last video or so that I had done that Mike Cane Rod Piper got me and my wife interested in the Noom weight loss program. Now, this is not a diet. It's more of a lifestyle change in your eating. I've been on it we both have been on it for 5 weeks. I started on a Monday, she started on the Tuesday, the next day. And this thing really works. Mike, having great success. In 5 weeks, I'm down 16 pounds. And I think my wife is down 11 or 12. Of course, women tend to lose it slower than men. But this thing is really, really pretty awesome. And guys, if you're struggling with any weight problems or want to get some weight off, try this. It averages out to be about $18 a month. Yes, this one costs you. But the good thing about it costing you is you're going to hopefully stick to it more. It's about $80, $90, something like that for an 8-month program, 10-month program, whatever, which one you sign up for. But it's losing weight sensibly, and it's also losing weight psychologically. And I don't mean you're, of course, we know Mike is in the neuroscience and that type of thing. I mean, it's not for nutcases or anything like that. But what we're talking about is it helps you psychologically learn how to revamp how you look at things and what you eat and how much you eat. And the cool thing about this is that um, it doesn't take you but a week or 2 weeks to really start noticing how much junk you have eaten over time. Pipe's gone out, always does. Um, but what it does, guys and gals, is that it helps you learn and understand the psychology of eating and why you do what you do and how the body reacts. And I mean, one thing that blew my mind was they want you to weigh every morning. Get up every morning. The first thing you do after you go to the bathroom, and if you want to wash your face, put your glasses on, get on the scales, however you weigh yourself, you know. Um, and whether you weigh yourself with no clothes on or whatever, but keep the same regimen every day. But now the thing about it is, when you weigh every day, it will play with your mind, and that was one thing I had to get adjusted with because your weight will go up and down every day. And instead of doing it once a week or once a month or something like that, they want you doing it every day. And the good thing, the psychology behind that is you stay more aware of what you're eating. And naturally, you're going to gain weight every day and lose and gain a little bit and stay the same one day and drop a pound or drop a pound and a half the next day. The next day you go back up a half a pound. But that's all in your body, how much salt intake you took that day, or if we're carrying, we have to relieve ourselves of the food we ate the day before without getting into a lot of too much information. So you got to look at all those factors too. But the cool thing is while you're going up and down and up, your weight's going down. It keeps dropping. It's how the scale goes, or the chart flow goes. Um, and you just got to get in that habit and understanding why you gain weight, and why it fluctuates on the scales. And you have to also understand that just because you may have gained a half a pound or a pound or whatever, you're still losing the weight. It all depends on how you're eating, as far as it doesn't mean you've had to eat more the last day, but how your body reacts to stuff. Um, because a lot of people start getting a little bit upset when they start plateauing and they go about a week and they haven't lost anything, but you got to realize it teaches you psychologically that you still can be losing in inches, feeling better. Maybe, with me, I know when I got up to 285, guys, I started at 285. I'm down to 270, 269 point something. I got a new scale that gives me even the ounces. So, and that's pretty cool too. The old scales we got was just worn out. I couldn't trust them. So we went out and bought one of them talking scales, the digital talking ones, and they're pretty cool. Let me tell you something about when you start gaining weight, guys. Some of you skinny guys can't relate to this, but once you start packing on a little bit and you get the gut, when you're in on one of those needle scales, and even some of the digital ones, unless you got the ones that as soon as you stand on it, it locks it in no matter how you shift. The scales we had is that for me to look down and look at the number, it shifted my weight. So it was always throwing my weight off. Because you got your gut in the way, and you can't look down. You got to kind of look over, so it throws you a little bit. but But the talking ones are pretty cool. You just stand on them, stand still, and it reads it twice. This one we got, and this lady comes on and tells you what your weight is. You know, you weigh 269.2 pounds or whatever. So a lot of times you see your weight just fluctuating in some ounces. You know, but it is a cool weight loss program, and like I said, it's not a diet. It's not. It's they're teaching you how to change up for your life, and then how to maintain it. And they talk about the psyche and the psychology of maintaining your weight loss. So it's really cool. And basically, once you drop the program, you still can keep the app. You still got all the things that's on it, and you keep up with logging your food and that type of thing. And it's pretty cool. It's not as complicated as it sounds. It's a piece of cake. You log your, like I've got with my Fitbit, I've got it logs automatically onto the Noom. So when I go walking or doing whatever activity, yard work, it all programs in. I can, as soon as I update my Fitbit on my app to re-register the new steps, it'll automatically throw it over to Noom. It may take a minute or two to get over there to get it to their database, but all of this stuff keeps up with you, and it's a pretty cool thing. You're mainly paying, from what I understand and what I've gathered. They have coaches that text back and forth to you, email you. You have one-on-one coaching, you have group coaching, so you're probably, I'm sure you're paying for that part of it. You know, they got to make a paycheck too. So that's how they make their money. And but I can tell you, anybody that's interested in it, it's worth it. If you've tried other diets and you've yo-yoed up and down and you've been all over the place, because I have too, and I can tell you this one here has been the best one. Now, I've been on the paleo. Paleo was probably second best. This is probably going to be like a uh, Weight Watchers slash paleo type thing. They have three different color charts that you go by: yellow, green, yellow, and red. And the red, of course, being some of the more calorie dense stuff that you want to try to eat less of. It's not to say that some of that's bad, but you just want to eat more of the green, which is your fruits and vegetables, and then your yellows will be more of your, you know, your main meals, your meats, like your more turkey and chicken and that type of thing. But it's really a neat plan, and or a neat lifestyle eating program that you get into, and it plays a little bit with your psyche. And you know, it's like anything else. You can have, you know, some of these things. It's funny because I know what to do. I know what I should be doing. I've known for years, but reading it or having them do the audio parts of it, uh, teaching you, you have like 4 or 5 lessons you do every day. They're only like maybe a total of 8 minutes. It's real short stuff, so it doesn't take up a lot of time. But do that first thing in the morning or whenever you do it, and you go on about your day. But it's pretty cool. So I gave it a try once I saw Mike's great. I mean, Mike has lost a ton of weight, and I called Mike up, and I think I mentioned this on the last video. Talked to him, chatted with him for a few minutes, and we went over. He went over some things. I had questions. He was graciously good enough to answer those for me and take his time. So, but it's working, and thank the Lord for that. And because Fat Man had to get some, I had to get some weight off. Man, I tell you, the last couple of years, y'all know I've been dealing with mom and dad and all the stuff going on here in my world. And guys, I'm gonna tell you, man, I normally hung around about, like I said, about the 245 mark, somewhere in there throughout my life. 240, 245, especially when I got in my 30s and 40s. But when I jumped another 40 pounds in 2 years, didn't even know how I got there. I mean, I just got on scales one day, and because I didn't weigh myself all the time, but I started noticing my feet hurting, my back started hurting more, and I go, man. Of course, I also noticed my clothes were not fitting. Most of y'all know I owned and managed the Southern Gospel Quartet, and how it really hit me is when I started pastoring this church, new church I've got about, well, be a year ago, April the 11th. So almost there. In a few more weeks, I'll be there a year. Time flies when you're having fun. But I went to go try some of my suits on. I figured, hey, I can go ahead and get back in my suits. Wrong answer. Couldn't get in them. I mean, coats were pulling, all my quartet shirts and stuff. I got a closet of dress shirts and can't get in any of them. I try to put my, button the top collar to put a tie on. I got two heads that bounce out of the collar. And, it's just, okay, this ain't working. So I had to go buy a whole new thing of suits, a whole new thing of shirts, which now once I lose, they'll just hang in the closet until, I pray to God I don't get back to that size again. But I think I've got suits that has at least 4 different sizes throughout my life. So I got all kinds of different size wardrobes. But anyway, this one here works. And I can definitely put Bass Piper's stamp of approval on it. And I know Mike does too. And so just wanted to let you guys know that things are working and things are going in the downward direction for Bass Piper's in his weight. And but I tell you, it's amazing to see how it works and how it, I don't feel hungry anymore. I don't have the sugar spikes, where you're up for a couple of hours and you start going back down and you got that snacking and eating junk food all day long. Don't have any of that no more. And I mean, that started the first week, because what you're doing is, like with me and how I've got it set up because of my lifestyle now and pastoring, I eat about 8 o'clock. I have a snack at 10. I eat lunch at 12. They have you eat an afternoon snack at 2. And then I don't eat anything else till about 6:30 when I have, about 5:30, 6 o'clock when I have dinner. And I try not to eat anything past 7 or 7:30. And they give you an evening snack, which even if you do, if you got some grapes or a banana or an apple or something like that, you want to, that's fine. But I also learned, you probably heard that, the eating every 2 hours is good to, lose weight and all that. It's a myth. The eating every 2 hours, it can help keep your blood sugar kind of balanced more, so it's not doing this number all day long. But, eating little bits throughout the day, you learn so much stuff of what truth is and what's not true. And so I recommend it to anybody that would like to try it. And or you can call me or email me if you want to start. You got more questions, and I know Mike Cainrod Piper will help you as well. But anyway, guys, it's 18 minutes. I didn't mean to sit there and rant on all this with the Noom eating plan, but just wanted to update you guys how things were going. And at my weight, you drop 16 pounds, you really don't notice a lot until I get I got to fight now. I'm working now, getting back to my 245 where I normally hung out. So. By the time I get there, get down to about 230, it'll probably start showing more. But anyway, just want to stop on to say hi, guys. And hey, Johnny, again, if you see this video, hey, do another review on the Sabrog, man, 71st Street. If you still have it, you may have smoked it all. But that was the funniest video, the first one he made, if you haven't seen it, about this. I'm I hate to say it this way, especially for the ladies here on the YouTube, but he had me cracking up. That dude was about having a mouth orgasm, if you'd want to, over this Sabrog 71st Street. It was just a fun, and he was enjoying the tobacco. So I want him to try it if it's aged any, which I know it has, to see if it's still the same as it was a year and a half, 2 years ago, Johnny. So anyway, buddy, if you see this video, do a little quick review on that. I know you review different tobaccos, but rehash that Wilkie Sabrog 71st Street if you got any, man. All right, guys, I'm going to run. It's 20 minutes, and I'll be back a little later because I want to. Let me plug this real quick. I was just blown away with winning Preacher Man's Piper's GAW. Doc, I tell you what, man, I'm waiting on I haven't got it yet. I know he sent it out, but I haven't got it yet. But when I get it, I'm going to make a video with that pipe and the tobacco that I won. So and I'll probably just go ahead and assign that tobacco to some of my other pipes as well. But I'll definitely be smoking it in my Chris Morgan. I have a couple of Chris Morgans. I have about 3 or 4 of them, but I don't have that pipe that I won. But that blew me away. And the funniest thing about it was Cliff Higgins shot me a text, and I was helping my wife do stuff around the house. I saw the phone. I saw it was Cliff. I'm going, man, let me find out what's going on. I read it so fast, I thought it said, hey, man, I won Preacher Man Piper's GAW. And I'm going, okay, great, man. That sounds good. I'm going, why would he send me that? Like, what he was saying is, hey, man, you won Preacher Man Piper's GAW. When I got on there, finally looked at it, I go, oh, my gosh, man, I can't believe this. I read it so fast, I thought Cliff said he won it, And that was the funniest thing when I got on there live and found out that I'd won. I told him, I said, man, I'm sorry I was late to the party because I planned on catching it as soon as it started, but we got tied up working around the house and stuff, and I'd come in at the last part of it. So Cliff, thank you, buddy, for sending me the text, man. Or else I would even have known. I mean, I'd have missed the whole live thing. But the funny thing is how I read it. I read it as if you won it. I'm going, well, why is he sending me that? But hey, congratulations. And basically, Cliff wrote back and said, no, dummy, you got it. so anyway, guys, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. That was my first GAW I've ever won, and not that I get into a lot of them here lately, but it is the first one that I won, and that was pretty cool. So anyway, I'll do a video on the pipe and on the tobacco as well when I get it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go and run, and I got a couple other things to do, but I'll try to get back again sometime this week with another video. But anyway, until then, relax, have a pipe, and don't forget to reflect on the many blessings God gives us each and every day. You guys take care. Bye-bye now.